Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Courtney for those of you who are new, and today on my channel I'm going to be, this kind of goes along with the last video that I made a Bible routine for. I'm going to be doing a devotional in my New Morning Mercies book. This video probably won't be very long, maybe like 5, 6, 7 minutes at the most, but I really want to read it to you guys because I love it so much. And it's April 19th, so we're going to be doing the April 19th devotional today. But I got halfway through and I was like, I literally can't even do this. Like, I have to do this. I have to make a YouTube video about this because it is just so good. And I told you guys I do the devotional anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. But yeah, let's get started because it's really good. So it starts out with a quote, and the quote says, "It is grace to not be paralyzed by regret. The cross teaches that you are not stuck, not cursed to pay forever for your past." That's a really good quote. So let's go ahead and get started with the actual devotional. It says, "He sat before me with his head in his hands and kept saying over and over again, 'I just wish I could have it all back. I just wish I could press the button and do it all over again. I just wish I knew that what I know now. I wish I could try again, but I can't.' He must have said this or something similar to 10 times. He was incredibly distraught and regretful, and yet in the best spiritual condition he had ever been in. I really did feel his pain, and I was very happy that he felt it too, because I knew that what he was experiencing was the pain of grace. He was a hard-driven and demanding man who kept moving forward no matter what, and never looked back. He didn't care what trail of destruction he left behind him. He was successful. He knew it and wanted everyone else to know it too. He had loved his work more than his family, and in the process he lost both. It was all gone: his family, his job, his wealth. He had played the game by himself and for himself, and had lost in a big way. But now his eyes were open, and the scene broke his heart. Bankrupt and alone, he looked back with grief at every arrogant moment. It was painful, but it was grace. God was making his eyes see so that he would never go back there again. It's a grace to regret. Grace allows you to face your sin, to own it, and not shift the blame. But it is also grace that forgives what has been exposed. Grace forces you to feel the pain of your regrets, but never asks you to pay for them, because the price has already been paid by Jesus. Colossians 2:14 talks about how the record of debt that stood against us had been canceled by the sacrifice of Jesus. You can look back, but with your burden lifted by forgiving grace. It is good to look back and celebrate the rescue of grace. It is good to mourn the sins of the past. It is not going to be paralyzed by them. Grace lives at the intersection between clarity of sight and hope for the future. And that grace is yours for the taking. You don't have to rewrite your past, making yourself look more righteous than you ever really were. You can stare the truth in the face because of what Jesus has done for you. You can own what needs to be owned and confess what needs to be confessed, and then move on to live in a new and better way. The same grace that forgives your past empowers you to live in a new way in the future. So look backward and look forward. God's grace enables you to do both, celebrating forgiveness for the past and embracing power for a new and better future. Only God's grace gives you with peace with your past and hope for the future." And it says, for future study and encouragement, read Philippians 3:12 through 21. So that basically, if you guys listen, basically just talks about your past. You know, you get put in these situations because either God's trying to teach you a lesson, or he's just trying to get you to understand, and I never knew that, like y'all know that saying, everything happens for a reason. Well, that's true, because God puts you in these situations. God does these things for a purpose. Rather that be this guy's situation, or rather that be, something that God might have planned for your future. I think that's a really good devotional. I think that's a lesson a lot of people could know, because some people are like, oh, well, I don't believe in God because, or I don't like God because, he let this happen in my life. Like, my mom passed. Like, why did he do that to me? Like, that's something they would say. And it's just like, well, I mean, you got to remember, there's good that comes out of every situation, regardless of what it is. And God does things in people's life for different reasons. And he has his own reasons. And he's had these things planned for time and for years and years and years and years and years before these people were even born. And they're still sitting here blaming God. And God knew that would happen, But I mean, where I'm coming from is this is a really good lesson that not a lot of people hear. Like, just this quote in general, I'm going to read it again. It says, "It is grace to not be paralyzed by regret. The cross teaches that you are not stuck, not cursed to pay forever for your past." So because Jesus died on the cross, we don't have to pay for our sins. We don't have to pay for things that happened to us in the past where we did wrong. We know we did wrong, and that's good, but we're not going to go back and change what we did. We're going to live with it and learn to do better. Which I've come to the conclusion, I've done a lot in my past that is not good, and I continue to grow from that and know that obviously I'm not going to go back and change it because I can't, but I'm going to just be a better me and live life in a better way and have a more positive attitude and just, live life to the fullest and do the best that I can. That's all I can do. So with that being said, that's pretty much this whole devotional. It's talking about living in the past, regretting things you haven't done. Because regret, you don't need to be, like it says in the quote, you don't need to be paralyzed by regret. You need to own it, own the mistakes that you've made. You need to move on from it because it's not going to go away. I mean, it is your past. It's there. But you don't need to sit there and reflect on it for the next 20 years of your life. Yeah, there's memories back in that time. That's a thing. But you need to learn to get over it. And if it's a problem, you need to pray about it, talk to God about it, and He will remove that from your life. That's how it is. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basis of where I'm going. And that was April 19th. That was a really good devotional. I think that was something I needed to hear. I don't think I really struggle talking or worrying about my past, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see more devotionals in that book, let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or TikTok. Do whatever. Let me know because I'm interested, and I would love to do more of those with you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you're new, welcome. And what else? Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.